Kim Kardashian wore the Elephant Birkin on All's Fair. It obviously stirred a lot of ruckus in the community. She recently came out on a podcast saying that the bag is fake. If you've ever seen Elephant Leather Birkin, what she's describing is literally what Hermès did with the Birkin when they made it.
So upside down hardware and everything.
Exactly. So seeing you call her out on it, I think was amazing to see.
Since I was in the position I had the proof, so I can not just speculate. I know 1,000% that the bag is authentic. So I started my brand, Peter Knits, about 18 years ago.
Okay.
And before that, I was doing what you were doing.
Okay.
Not just with Hermès, but I had actually one of the very first online resale boutiques. This is really early internet days. It was during this time when I had that business, and it was in 2013, I think it was, that a client from Zurich, who originally bought it in Zurich in 1984 at the Zurich boutique, she brought it in with a bunch of other stuff just to consign. And
that's wild.
Yeah, it was a really great piece. And
was it in good condition? Was it?
Yeah, it looks exactly the same condition. I've since seen, other than Kim's pictures, I've since seen pictures of that exact bag.
Okay.
Like the person that sold it to Kim sent me pictures of it afterward.
Oh wow.
And things like that. So like I saw better, clearer pictures as well of it. And that was the first time I saw a bag with the upside down hardware. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, well, it's for sure real, but it's weird that the hardware is upside down. So actually, I asked the archive director of Hermès what this is, and he explained, yeah, this is just the very first, few bags that were made were like that, and then they switched it around.
So do you think she should have just owned up to it? Do you think she should have just apologized, or?
If I were her, and I mean, I don't know what the deal was behind the scenes, why she felt like she needed to come out, like it was almost 2 months later, wasn't it?
Or more? She made the video in November, I think.
I don't know why.
That's when it all sort of started.
I would have just kept my mouth shut and just let it die.
Let it die. I would have done the same thing.
I don't know if she wanted to make more of a controversy, or I don't know, maybe Lewis Hamilton said, if that Birkin was real, we're not dating, because he's a vegan. So I don't know what the deal was. She want to try and clear the air with Ellen DeGeneres or whatever. I have no idea.
So Kim hasn't texted you? Peter, what the hell, man?
She hasn't texted me.
That's funny. You started your brand 18 years ago. Where do I guess do you sort of get your inspiration for your lines? Is it a little bit inspired by Hermès?
Since I was a kid, I was always into leathers and exotic leathers. I don't know why, I was just fascinated with them. And I was really in love with Hermès. And so obviously when I started doing my own leather working, obviously the techniques and, the way I learned and everything was exactly in the same style of, high-end French leathercraft. If it wasn't for Hermès, I mean, they've kept this really amazing tradition alive for over 100 years, whereas if they hadn't been doing it, probably a lot of the know-how would have been lost, or advancements wouldn't have been made. So they have been obviously super important in this craft of keeping it elevated and alive and making beautiful things. So of course I have lots of inspiration for Hermès.
And all of your bags are handmade as well, or you?
Yeah, we make everything here in Zurich. Everything
amazing.
Even a little bit more extreme than Hermès, that we don't use any machines or sewing machine, anything. It's all completely saddle stitched by hand. Each bag takes about, like this bag behind me takes about 2.5 weeks to make from beginning to end.